Hi class, this is Mr. Morris. I am just going to start doing a few videos on our AP Chemistry homework. So the reason that I'm doing this is, well, I think it'll be a benefit for us to go through some of these problems. I think the way I'm going to do it though is break it down one question at a time. So let's start out with the first question. This is homework or chapter 1 homework from the summer homework. And don't forget, you need to know this stuff at the beginning of the school year. Probably in the first week or two, we're going to have a test over this material. So make sure that you're aware of that and that you're getting ready for it. So the question says, you may have noticed when water boils, you can see bubbles that rise from the surface of the water. What is inside these bubbles? So if we're talking about water boiling, hope that you recognize that is what kind of change. We'll get to that. But what is coming up out of the water? What are those bubbles? Why is it bubbling if it's boiling? I hope that you recognize it is not air that's coming out of the bubbles. It is not hydrogen and oxygen gases in different forms. It's not carbon dioxide because there's no substantial amount of carbon dioxide in water. No, this is water vapor. Okay. It's changing state of matter. It turns into vapor. And what is water vapor? It's still water. It's just a different state of matter. So instead of being liquid, it changed to gas. So is boiling of water, is it a chemical or a physical change? And then it says this important word here, explain. Okay. So we need to not only answer the question, we need to also explain it. The first question, which is it? Is it chemical or is it a physical change? Well, if you recall, a chemical change requires a substance changing from one thing into something different. Okay. A physical change is a change of appearance or state of matter. Okay. So boiling, we're taking water vapor, or we're taking water, liquid water, and what are we turning it into? Turning it into water vapor. Is it still water? And the answer is yes. So they're going to look a little bit different. You know, if we were to draw this out on another piece of paper and I've got a box of liquid water, I'd have my water molecules. They're pretty random. They're not orderly at all, but they're all kind of sitting at the bottom and they're packed together fairly close. And this is not a great drawing of it, but you know, you've got your water, liquid water, right? But as it evaporates, these hydrogen atoms don't break off and the oxygen atoms don't break off. It's going to look like those same four molecules. The only difference is instead of being down at the bottom in the liquid state of matter, they are spread out randomly. And we got some that are bouncing off the walls and so on. So it's still water vapor though. It's still water molecules. They just changed state of matter. Okay. So our answer here, what we want to do is we want to say, yes, it is a physical change, but we also want to explain why. So you could say something, there's a lot of ways you can put this in your own words, but is it physical or chemical? It's a physical change because it's still water. The H2O molecules are still H2O. They just changed state of matter. That is a physical change, not a chemical change.